Aryna
Australia
Sabalenka.
has been fantastic for her so far. 3 matches in a row. She's in the 4th round, looking to make it to the quarters. One of these ladies will take on Iga Świątek.
Well, this is going to be a big hitting match. Both players hit with pace and depth from the ground. Kaia Kanepi in her first round match upset 16th seed Angelique Kerber. That was sort of one of the early ripples in this draw.
Dropping the hammer. I mean, that was a fantastic result. Imagine how that would have infused her with confidence. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about the double faults and serving woes from Aryna. Just to give you a rundown of this season so far. First round in Adelaide, 18 double faults. Second round, 21. She is ridiculously good off the ground, so if she can keep that serve under control, I mean, she is going to be a handful. This week against Sanders, 12 double faults in 3 sets. Second round against Wang Chanda, 19. Third round against Vondrousova, she only just got to double digits at 10 double faults.
It's been improving overall. And the second match she played in Adelaide, that was a 3-set match.
Yes.
So the 21 double faults, if you distribute them over the set,
Tell you what,
was an improvement.
I want Chanda Rubin as my coach, man. How's that for positivity? It's coming down. That's the sales pitch, isn't it?
That's it. And the win predictor is pretty solidly in Aryna Sabalenka's favor, as you would expect, 65% to 35%. Even with the serving woes.
Oh, she's taking a tumble there. I think she just went with the roll as soon as she felt the toe and ankle grip into the court.
Yeah, immediately said she was fine. But this is always a bit scary. Toe just caught on the court, on the surface.
15.
Mentioned about the 3 top 10 wins at the majors for Kanepi. She's beaten Jankovic, US Open, Halep, first round at the US Open in 16, and of course last year beat Cain in the second round, who was the defending champion.
15-14.
But so far here, yet to get a foothold in this match. Sabalenka is all business.
That's just long. Now in our notes we have 8 top 10 wins coming at the majors.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about the hard courts. My bad.
Yeah.
Hard court majors.
Never question you, Robbie.
Important piece of information I left out there. I
A
don't want to
little bit.
shortchange her. Just got a call from her agent here on my phone saying, "Hey, Robbie, what about the other 5?"
No, it's just a testament to how dangerous she is. I mean, you know, a couple of those 8 wins at the majors were against number ones. Or a couple of those, the 13 total. One of them was at the major when Halep was number 1. And that's not easy to do in these big events.
Do you ever have any wins against the world number 1?
Advantage
I
Kanepi.
have. Can't remember them all, but I've had a few. I
Oh
think.
man, how's that?
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's check that out. I mean,
Stop. It's not about me.
Cain.
That's good hitting from Kanepi. Hasn't been at a major, like number 1
One game.
wins, so you don't have to look him up.
there's just so many here. I can't
Oh,
filter it
stop
all
it.
out.
Stop it. And it's just the type of service game Kanepi needed just to get her teeth into this match. Not allow Sabalenka to just swing away as freely with some space on the scoreboard.
Law 50.
You might think, oh, it's early on in the match. Why is that opening game on serve so important? But psychologically, it's fantastic if you can just settle into the match against a much higher ranked opponent.
We're starting to see in Sabalenka's game just a little more adjustments being made. I think that's partly why she's improved and been able to stay solidly at the top over these last few years. And it's pretty well known that she hits the ball
15,
big and doesn't really back off, and has been known to maybe not have a plan B. But I do think she makes subtle adjustments when she needs to, and she competes well. Sabalenka, she does not go away, even when she gets into these periods of making a few more errors. It's definitely going to be a key for Sabalenka here to keep her arm flowing on the serve.
40-30.
Oh, she has flushed that.
Use.
Such a wonderful timer of the ball. Stands at 5'11", does Kaia. She used to be one of the
Advantage.
taller
Sabalenka.
players, 15 years ago when she was still a young nipper on the tour, but now it's par for the course. Fair few of the women are 6 foot and taller.
Cain, Sabalenka.
It's pretty good
Sabalenka
start
leads 2
behind
games
her
to
deal.
1.
This match moved from RLA.
Love.
And both these players have good height, around 5'11", and good reach and wingspan, especially on the serve.
That's world class, isn't it?
That is fantastic. I mean,
30 love.
clean, great contact point, and the angle she kind of took to that ball, just slightly stepping in at the last moment, added weight behind the shot.
See the head move slightly ahead of the shoulders. That's intelligent tennis. And she becomes so
13,
dangerous
15.
if she can use those angles like that and not just be a one-trick wonder.
Well, I'm going to add a little more positivity to it, Robbie, because even the double faults that Sabalenka's been throwing in, it's forced her to play a little bit better from the ground, have more belief in her game, make more adjustments in those areas. Could be an added benefit.
Yeah. And Chen, it's amazing how you can discover things by accident because something else has happened. Just as you were alluding to there.
No, that was one of the things that Sabalenka kind of talked about during this period, that she had to believe a little more in her ground game. Coach has said, if you don't have the serve, just beat him from the ground. You can do that too.
14,
It's a nice little change up there into the body from Kanepi. And she's been such a nice story, though, Kanepi, and a story of perseverance. Before there was Annette Kontaveit, there was Kaia Kanepi.
Truth.
Kanepi. 2 games old.
And she was the first Estonian to reach a WTA final. I'm going to read this off. first to reach a Grand Slam quarterfinal, to crack the top 20, to win a WTA title, and to beat a reigning world #1. It's not bad.
I'm not kidding.
Out. 15 love.
And that's just supreme
13
ball
love.
striking, confident tennis. And Sabalenka has earned it. She lost the first set in all 3 of her previous matches and battled back.
Love. Cain, Sabalenka. Love.
Kanepi has always been a consistent, confident ball striker. She's going to need every bit of that tonight in this matchup. When they played last year in Melbourne, it was 3 sets.
30 love.
That match had a lot of swings. Kanepi won it 6-1, 2-6, 6-1. You could imagine kind of the ebbs and flows in terms of the ball striking.
And I think it's fair to say, given the stature of both players, they aren't as nimble around the court as some of the smaller players, and that's why they've developed such incredible shot making. So if you can get your opponent out on the extremities, you can exploit their movement. That'll exploit anyone's movement. I don't care who you are. You're not tracking shots like that down.
3 games on.
Well, this match already just feels a lot more balanced. I mean, both of these players are experienced, and Sabalenka here is playing with a bit more maturity than I think she even had at the beginning of last year. I wouldn't expect to see a lot of guile, though, in this match. I mean, we may see the occasional backhand slice.
Love.
It is simply gorgeous.
30-15.
Well, sometimes it's just about reacting and being ready for the ball, and Kanepi getting a good first step on that shot and using the left arm to just flick it back in.
I'd swear that you had a double-handed backhand the way you described that. I mean, you can see when either of these players gets in charge of a point,
14-15.
it's so difficult for you as the opponent to try and rescue the situation.
Now, all you can do is hope that they maybe miss, and so far, not as much of that going on.
Of the subtlety of the Sabalenka backhand there, just rolling it short, taking all the pace out of it.
Sabalenka leads 4-3.
Sabalenka, of course, the last two majors at Wimbledon and the US Open, made it to the semi-finals. Anytime you're in the last eight of a major, it's a big deal.
It's been Sabalenka who has had a couple of breakpoint opportunities. Trying to see if she can generate more here. Both players doing a very good job behind the first serve. When they get it in, it sets up their point, the ability to control more of the middle of the court. Kanepi's only lost a couple of points so far when she's gotten that first serve in. And she's doing a decent job behind the second. At Sabalenka, she's been picking away, trying to find some openings. Hasn't in this game yet. Almost immediately when we say that, it changes. That was another point lost on first serve. Do I have that kind of power?
Kanepi has done really well there. I've been so impressed. This is not the start I was expecting. I was expecting a few more doubles from Sabalenka, but mind you, with a couple of matches under their belt, should have taken that into consideration. But you know, you mentioned that first round won against Kerber, and then she backs it up against Buskova, and as I mentioned at the start, it was the first time to score back-to-back tour-level wins since this time last year for Kanepi. What a pleasant surprise when you're coming into the twilight stages of your career at 36 years of age. Ranking was outside the top 100 now.
Yeah, I think the key for Kanepi is when she's able to get healthy and consistently be out there on court. She's had a number of injuries over the course of her career, but don't see any tape. She looks like she's fit and moving well. That is just the sheer pace and depth from Sabalenka. Kanepi was there, but no way to control that off of a racket.
Oh, come on.
15-30.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, the redirect. And this is all or nothing.
Yeah, just some of those injuries, just to touch on what you said there, Chanda. 2014, lower back, right Achilles. She's had some serious plantar fasciitis in both feet. Pretty much from 2016 onwards, that's been an issue. Almost half the season in 2017.
Sabalenka very aware of how dangerous Kanepi is, having played her once before, also kind of knowing her history. She has come out here focused and ready to fire away.
She enjoyed that one. Why not? 8 winners already.
Sabalenka.
Well, she's brought her serving game to the party.
5 games to 4.
Playing so well at this first major of 2022. For a tall player, how well does she get down to drive that backhand?
Her knee very nearly touching the court. Sabalenka seems to be trying to change the narrative that has been occurring so far, her losing the first set of these matches.
That's a first week thing. You've got to get down to business now, right?
That's right. It's just the level of intensity that she's bringing.
15-20.
It's different than the way she started any of her previous matches.
Yes, gentlemen, lost 3 matches. Lost the opening set in all of them.
Left.
Just to put that in perspective, prior to this fortnight, had only won 2 major matches after dropping the first set. That's incredible.
31.
Twice in all the other majors that she's played throughout the course of her career. And she dropped the opening set and eventually won. She's done 3 on the bounce here.
That's serving so accurate. And under pressure to come up with this type of serve.
It's Dave Marshall on the left. Used to work with the Bryans, sitting in the Kanepi camp.
Kaia Kanepi.
Well, from love 30, how impressive was that? It's not like she played two bad opening points in the game. It's all about how you respond to adversity. Beautiful ground reaction force. You can see her driving with those legs, the quads. That's always a player's engine room. That's where you want to be strong. It's one of the areas where you will push heavy weights.
Law 15. All.
These are the critical moments as you get closer to the end of a set. You really got to hone in the focus even more. Each point becomes much more important.
Okay. That's the first time I can remember two double faults in a game. And early on is never ideal. At least if you're ahead in the count, it does soften the blow. But, down 15-30 now.
You could almost see it before she made contact that she wasn't behind it solidly, pulled down on it. Nowhere else for that ball to go.
After three doubles means 15-40. Tell you what, that did not miss by much. Chanda's just given me the eagle eye, as if to say, Aryna was a little lucky there. Took a bit of pace of the first serve at 155. Almost paid the price.
That for confidence in your ground game. Shaking off the double faults. Just going at it. That forehand is lethal.
Double digits as far as the winners are concerned now for Sabalenka. What a combination of linear strikes.
Advantage, Sabalenka.
This is just excellent ball striking, and you consider how well she's shaken off double faults. I mean, it's not easy for Kanepi to get any kind of rhythm, but Sabalenka has a lot to do with it, the way she's striking the ball.
Sabalenka from behind the 8 ball has done oh so well.
Sabalenka leads 6 games to 5.
To lead 6-5 in set number 1. I mean, I've never been there in singles, so I have to default this to you. The correct answer is?
We're talking about what constitutes the second week of a
Yes.
major. I would say the quarterfinals.
Okay.
Law 15.
We don't want to be rude by continuing a conversation we had on the break, so got to give it a little context. But it was always the Tuesday. If you consider yourself the second week, it was the Tuesday because everybody played then on that day.
All the quarterfinals matches. Can't defend shot making like that. No way.
Law 13.
That's a tough call for the men at Wimby. Then you're going to be playing on Wednesday.
Well, that's true. And so I think players have different ideas of it as well.
Okay.
Maybe we can agree on one, though. I think that would be
Okay.
preferable.
That is a huge miss.
Law 14.
It's on 15-40 in her last service game. Excuse me, love 30 in her last service game. Now it's love 40.
Game in first set. Sabalenka.
Wow, she has been so mentally
7 games to
tough
5.
in this opening set. Has Aryna. So both players ready to go out of their chairs quickly. They want to get it on here. Hang on, I think it's a bit of wildlife that has just crept onto the court. Doesn't want to see the full force of a Wilson blade or the underside of a 8.5 Nike shoe.
No, and definitely not that forehand. She's being kind here.
Yeah, just going with the gentle slice backhand there. To maneuver the insect off the court. Okay, she's ready to go now. Good karma.
Law 15.
The question here will be how does Sabalenka reset? That was an intense first set, really came down to the wire. These are, again, important moments on serve. Started throwing in a few more double faults.
Boy, that is incredible. Sensational from Sabalenka. Because Kanepi guesses right here, and this is back on her in a heartbeat. She's kept the hands out in front. Still plenty of work to do.
Fifteen 30.
The worldly, isn't it?
That's the ability to hit a winner from almost anywhere in the court.
30-40.
This is why these moments are important, just trying to capitalize on the momentum from winning the first set. For Sabalenka and Kanepi trying to stop that momentum cold, turn things around here.
Game. Kanepi.
Kanepi does indeed
First game,
finally
second
break
set.
through. And after the disappointment of losing the opening set, this is the perfect antidote. Getting the early break, getting a nose out in front.
Yeah, that's why the beginnings of sets are so critical. Talk about the end and trying to close it out, but you got to get right back to it, regardless of whether you are on the winning end or the losing end. And the player that can do that most often can figure out how to stretch a lead. If you're Sabalenka, I mean, she's still the favorite in this match. It has moved even more to her side, roughly 75 to 25%. And I think dropping that first
15-9.
game of the second set on serve just complicates it a little bit more for Sabalenka, but for Kanepi, just helps her forget about the first set a little easier.
Oh, what happened there?
30 love.
And just got off balance. Maybe the ball took a stranger hop than she was expecting. I mean, Kanepi's hit the ball, fairly clean and true. Maybe that had a little more spin.
Yeah, the old hack spin.
40 love. Game. Kanepi. Kanepi leads 2 games to love.
It was a nice hold from Kanepi to back up the break of serve. You can just feel the different energy from Sabalenka. She was so fired up, especially towards the end of the first set. But has just dropped in terms of that energy, that intensity. Kanepi guessed right and still couldn't catch up with that ball. That is how big Sabalenka can hit it. She's got to find a way to settle down here, Sabalenka, and hold on to her serve. Just keep a little bit of touching distance here in this second set.
Love.
in some matches. We talk a lot about shot selection, and in this one, that factor can be even more important. Kanepi kind of hitting herself out of that point.
Forty love.
That is big time tennis. That should be worth a bonus point. It was so good.
14-15.
It was like PlayStation tennis, wasn't it?
And the pace and power, but also the control of this.
Yeah.
I mean, this was not out of what she can do pretty consistently.
You need a joystick to play tennis like that.
Forty 30.
That's the one challenge for Sabalenka overall, is no service game is simple. Till she holds serve, it can get complicated with some of the double faults.
She's trying to only have one thought about the serve. I'll tell you what that is after this one.
Let. For service.
Just focusing on her legs and pushing up. That's it. Not worrying about the ball toss. She was thinking about too many elements of it.
Let.
Just trying to simplify things, she said.
Deuce.
And that time it wasn't the serve, the forehand. It's been pretty steady. Let her down there.
Advantage, Kanepi.
Double faults starting to be a regular occurrence now. Chance to go up a double break for the Estonian.
Let. For service.
Oh, that's naughty. Where did that come from?
Deuce.
Well, Sabalenka isn't all pace. Had a nice little angle in the last set at one point, and then the dropper.
Advantage, Kanepi.
Here's the +1 again. That time the forehand was dialed in, recalibrated the compass. Boom.
And this one was more of a reaction. It came at her a little quicker, sat up just a little bit more, handled it fairly with ease. And so was that one. My goodness.
Kanepi.
This is just rapid fire tennis.
I mean, she picked it, didn't she? And she drilled it back with interest. She is white hot at the moment.
Views.
Some of these serves, like that last one, had just a little more spin. It kind of popped up slightly more. Threw Kanepi off just that little bit.
Advantage Kanepi.
Will be fourth time lucky.
Game Kanepi. Kanepi leads 3 games to love. Love 15. Love 30. Out. 15-13.
You know what's really impressed me tonight, Chanda, is that when Kanepi has got anything that's been short and central, she has made Sabalenka pay. She's very rarely allowed her to get back in the rally. Very rarely. Right out of the blueprint.
13-14.
Well, Kanepi made her work for it, and it looked like she might just start to take control of this point. But right there, Sabalenka manages to fend that ball off and then immediately get back to neutral and then to offense.
in her wheelhouse.
Now, those are the shots where Sabalenka's got to give herself just a little more margin. I mean, that's a chance to just keep pressure on. Missed opportunity.
Red for service. Advantage, Kanepi. Cain, Kanepi. New balls, please.
Oh, this has been so
Kanepi leads
impressive
4 games to love.
from the Estonian. Remember, she comes into this tournament ranked 115 in the world. Dave Marshall, whose face might look familiar to you, of course, worked with the Bryans, Bob and Mike, alongside Mr. McPherson for many years. David, of course, coached them to so many major titles, brought on Dave to do some weeks as well. He's been good friends with Kaia for a fair few years, so we're sharing via my sources now. It's the connection there.
15
Doesn't
love.
have a full-time coach at the moment, does Kanepi?
Love.
Sabalenka showing us that she knows how to defend if need be. She's going to bring out that chop squash forehand on a few occasions. It's almost a must-have shot these days in your arsenal.
Game Sabalenka.
So she's on the scoreboard in set number 2, a meaningful digit alongside her name.
15 love.
That shot has been forged in steel. And to be fair, she's had some down-the-line winners off both sides with considerable aplomb.
It's certainly been more off the forehand side, and Sabalenka may be looking more for that, and Kanepi just hit her with the backhand.
Game. Kanepi.
Just to give you an idea of what a clean match Kanepi has played,
Kanepi leads 5 games to
14
1.
winners to 11 unforced errors. And Chana, when you take into consideration how big she hits the ball, it's impressive.
It is. I mean, you know, she hits it clean. She understands her positioning in the court, when she can go a little bit bigger, and her timing is just at times impeccable.
It's a speedy hold. 80 seconds.
15 love.
When you think about at the end of the first set, Kanepi missed that one forehand that would have given her the break. I mean, it was so close. That was a huge kind of change.
It's an interesting first serve for me, the 155 Ks an hour, but it was like a fast kicker. And when I saw her hit it, I thought, to me, it looks like she can hit that serve all day long if she wants to.
I think it's a good serve, and especially with her serving woes, that could be a go-to shot where you can keep swinging, as hard as you need to on it, but it just has that extra spin and it bounces up on these courts. It's actually given Kanepi a couple of problems. A few moments. I mean, she was ready for that one, took it early.
40-15.
But if she can get that serve just bouncing up a little bit more, that's something that may hold up as she gets tighter in this match.
Out against Sabalenka. Kanepi leads 5 games to 2.
This is day 8 of our live coverage of the 2022 Australian Open. The last of the women's 4th round matches. Wins today for
15 love.
Danielle Collins, USA, USA, all the way.
3 American women in the quarterfinals. That's pretty outstanding.
Yeah, Lisa Cornet beating Simona Halep. I mean, what a story that is, speaking of stories.
And she played in, this was her 17th Australian Open. Elise Cornet, first time getting to a major quarterfinal anywhere. She was in tears today.
Soak it all in. What an intelligent approach shot. Made sure she didn't overplay it because it was a little awkward.
30-15.
And using the shot going behind Sabalenka as well. I mean, that helped get her off balance, get her something well inside the court.
Just over that half-hour mark in the second set. Kanepi's got 2 set points.
$40-30.
First serve didn't miss by much. I'm surprised it wasn't one of those close calls. Second chance to put this set to bed. And that's exactly what she does.
6 games to
And once again, Aryna Sabalenka will have to go the distance.
Getting behind the ball beautifully. And in the end, it kind of made it look simple when it was anything but. And looking at some of the highlights from that second set, Sabalenka, tried to get back into the set by holding serve towards the end, but losing her serve a couple of times at the beginning, just too much to overcome against Kanepi hitting the ball as well as she's doing tonight.
Final
She
set.
would love to get the
Sabalenka to
scalp
serve.
of the number 2 player on the planet. It's a one-set shootout for a place in the quarters.
Low 15.
Come on, Kanepi! As they say in this part of the world, what a beauty, mate. What a beauty.
Fifteen, 30.
Well, we saw what happened in the second set when she lost her serve early.
Exactly. So who are you predicting here? Are we going to wait for win predictor?
No, we'll get in there just before it. But this game is huge. I think it'll change the odds dramatically.
I've already got mine.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's Kanepi, like 55-45.
In favor of Kanepi
Yeah,
now?
I think so.
Okay, I'm still going to think that Sabalenka's the favorite, but only just. I'm going 52-48 now in favor of the world number 2.
Oh, you're way more technical than I am.
Okay, win predictor. What have you got to say for yourself?
Let's wait
Drum
for
roll.
it. Wait
Drum
for
roll.
it. Oh, wow. That much. 80% for Kanepi. Wow. That's a little high, but I'm going to go with Kanepi. I wouldn't have gone that high. Win predictor is bold.
Wow, I mean, the operator's clearly been watching the last 9 games.
I think the problem for Sabalenka is Kanepi is matching her pace for pace from the ground, taking away some of her weapons.
But again, it's 2 shots. Okay, that's more inside out, but almost down the line. You know, it's the linear strike. It just gets Sabalenka off balance every time. I tell you what boggles my mind is when I see Kaia playing like this,
30 love.
and to think that she couldn't win back-to-back matches.
For almost a year?
Yeah. Until she won here. And she won that second round against Buskova. That was pretty much the first time in a year, at tour level, of course. But she won back-to-back matches.
Love.
In 2020, she had to drop down and play some ITF events. Kanepi did to get her ranking back up. Maybe played a few more of those in last year as well. So she did get back-to-back wins at that level.
Left. First service. Game. Kanepi.
Wow. And that kind of game is a real kick in the guts.
Kanepi leads.
When
2
you're
games to love.
a player like Sabalenka, you think, okay, you're going to start the next set with a clean slate. Just keep rolling the momentum. They break you, and then boom, an easy hold. Pressure's right back on her shoulders now.
Yeah, this is the match where Sabalenka just can't afford the number of double faults. It hasn't been terrible, but she just can't afford that number and at the times that she's thrown them in. She was kind of lucky to win that first set with the double faults that creeped in at the end. This is, I feel, almost a must-win game for Sabalenka to hold, to give herself just a
Take a seat, please. Young
little
lady.
additional confidence and belief here after struggling in the second set on serve.
Love.
That's a better game, though, in terms of getting the first serve going and holding up well behind the second.
Sabalenka.
11:15. This is when Chanda and I start to do our best work on the dance floor. Oh, that is nifty footwork right there. Kanepi getting in the mood.
Yeah, nice little adjustments Kanepi made here. Taking control, was in good position to move forward and didn't hesitate.
Getting eyes down to the level of the ball there beautifully.
Just fantastic hitting. And Kanepi, she missed a couple of forehands at the end of that last game towards the latter stages. Has made that little bit of an adjustment with her legs, her feet, really working to get down and behind those shots.
14 love.
And she has not given Sabalenka a look in this third set. Strong service games. It's another love hold. Hasn't lost a point on serve, and she is
Kanepi leads 3-1.
well on her way to booking a place in the quarterfinals. Remember the winners today: Danielle Collins, Elisa Cornet, and Iga Swiatek. Iga's waiting the winner of this one. And who's already in the final 8. Body will play Pegula, and Krejcikova up against Madison Keys.
Love.
Oh, that is simply stunning from Sabalenka. Outrageously good hands here.
This is how you step up your level under pressure. Think about how many times Sabalenka has had to do that in her matches. That's why she's number 2 in the world.
Well, that's a statement of intent behind her serve.
3-2. 15 love.
It's official. Second week starts with round of 16 matches. I like it.
Love.
Still yet to lose a point on serve as Kanepi.
I didn't want to say it and jinx it, but you said it. Still perfect on serve.
Kanepi leads 4-2.
I mean, after losing the opening set, you realize it was going to be an uphill battle. But boy, what I didn't see was this coming. The way she just turned things around. Completely forgot about the chances she had at the tail end of the first. Pedal to the metal. And she has been almost faultless against the world number 2.
Yeah, that 5-all game in the first set. Sabalenka threw in 3 double faults. 15-40. Kanepi has a forehand that seemed like it was going to be the end of the game. Break. She misses it, goes on to lose the game and the set, and has completely put it behind her.
Love 30.
And this set has not been about double faults for Sabalenka. It's just had one of them so far, but it has been about this type of hitting from Kaia Kanepi.
Fifteen, 30. Fifteen, 14. And
Sabalenka has really been fighting an uphill battle. Kind of started beginning of the second set when she dropped her serve. Struggled to maintain consistency really since then.
Man, that is a massive serve at a crucial juncture in this match. Not her fastest, but perhaps one of her most important aces.
Advantage Kanepi.
Oh, that doesn't help. Again, just pulling down on that second serve. A lot of tension in this moment.
Same spot. She knows she is on the brink here.
To be able to hit this kind of serve after a double fault that was well below the tape. That is the mindset of Sabalenka.
Kanepi is right back in her grill.
Advantage Kanepi.
Well, nothing has seemed to phase Kanepi over the course of this match, and I mean, that's how she's played her entire career. But this match is pretty impressive. Again.
Advantage Sabalenka.
Oh, what a massive hole this could prove to be in the context of the match.
Kanepi lead.
One thing Kanepi has not done during this
15-0.
match is panic. And after a game like that, where Sabalenka serves so huge under pressure, it can cause some players to falter, to doubt just a little bit.
Because in your mind, you know the match is almost done if you get that double break, especially
Exactly.
serving the way she's been serving.
She just comes right back these 2 points and plays so solidly, just rock solid. There's the first point
13-15.
lost on serve in this set.
I wonder if she knows it.
Well, the way she reacted there, she was very irritated.
Yeah, it's like she's lost a few, right? No, you haven't. That's the first one.
Left. Second service.
By the way, I think she knew that was the first point. And you kind of know when you are serving and you've won every point behind serve. But there's 2 in a row. Gives Sabalenka just a little more hope.
Yeah, and Coach Dave Marshall will know the importance of this game. It's 3 first serves she's missed in a row.
Sabalenka can't miss that return. That has got to be made. That moment.
Such a big difference when you step up to the line at 40-30 versus 30-40. She's just lost the rhythm here. Hasn't found the first serve. These are the kind of games you want to get out of unscathed.
I think that's why at that 30-love point when Kanepi got so irritated, it's like she had been in such a rhythm on serve, and that just threw her off. That first point lost in this set. Not serving with the same fluidity these last few points. Again, missed return from Sabalenka, just off balance, pulling away from that forehand. Another missed opportunity to just keep the pressure on Kanepi, make her have to come up from under it.
Just give a good chunk of her prize money so far for a first serve right now.
Well, she got the first serve, but what a return from Sabalenka.
First bit of stress on her service game in this decider.
Left. First service. Advantage, Sabalenka.
What a turnaround. Just gotta love it. The bigger the point, the more she goes for it.
Yeah, it's just good stuff. Just enjoy the ball striking.
Fortune favours the brave, they say. It's certainly been the case this evening for Kanepi.
Kanepi.
She has given her plenty of donations off that forehand side, hasn't she?
This game, it has so far been the biggest missed opportunity for Sabalenka.
Three forehand returns of second serves have gone wayward. She's got no business winning that point. None whatsoever.
Well, the rule of thumb is you go into the open court, and Kanepi right here kind of second guess, went right back to Sabalenka, who guessed right. And then that volley was not great. Just showing the tension, and Sabalenka's in it.
Got himself some food.
There's a couple. He's got a friend coming too.
Yeah, there they are. Just, I mean, the timing of this is not ideal. No, it's very off-putting when it's in your R-line.
Yeah, and I mean, this could impact the point. I mean,
Yep.
They can't really play.
They need to hit a ball up there, try and scare them off or something.
They don't look scared. They are prepared to get. Oh, another friend coming. Oh, we've got a few.
The party's on MCA. Okay. We've got a bit of a respite, or have we?
Advantage, Sabalenka.
Sabalenka breaks. Can you believe it? After having not lost a single point on serve in this deciding set. Kanepi gets broken. Remember, she had break points in the previous game to go up 5-2. And you get the feeling the match would have been done and dusted. I certainly did anyway, Chanda.
Yeah, and it feels almost like Kanepi broke herself, though, in that reaction after missing the 1 point on her serve. Ball she went back to Sabalenka on, that would have ended the game.
Love 15. Love that.
Sabalenka was fortunate with those forehands in the last game that she kind of donated, that she was still able to get back on serve. These first couple of points have gone by too quickly with misses off her racket.
Love 14.
Second double fault in this game. And then the missed forehand. Kanepi hasn't had to do very much.
Set for 6.
I don't know, Robbie. Shouldn't Kanepi maybe be ready for the wide serve?
That's where she got caught out last time.
Out. Then Kanepi.
Oh, she'd worked so hard to get herself back into the match, and it's the donation
Kanepi leads 5 games to 4.
that Kanepi is going to take with open arms. Serving for a place in the quarters. Could you want a better start? Boomski! That is not coming back. Not for the first time this evening have we seen a forehand like that.
Makes it look so easy, Kanepi.
Well, it's been a masterclass in ground stroking and serving from the start of the second set for Kanepi, and she has earned herself 3 match points. Just trying to copy and paste the opening point of the game. She ripped a forehand winner from a similar sort of spot. 2 match points are come and gone. She's got 1 more. Thought she was going to go for the forehand down the line again.
I did too.
Yep.
Just second-guessed herself in that moment.
Arm is getting heavy.
Advantage, Sabalenka.
Oh no. Oh no, say it ain't so. She's got a horrible feeling that if she doesn't win it here, she won't get another look in. It's just my subconscious mind telling me that. Break point now for Sabalenka. Oh, can you believe it?
I don't think she can believe it. All of the tension and the pressure of this moment, and she is struggling under it. Comes up with that serve. Into the open court.
Advantage Kanepi.
Oh, that was wonderful shot selection. Aggressive with the forehand cross court initially. Painting some beautiful pictures in that point. What a master stroke. Match point number 4. They say that the road to success runs uphill. Kanepi is finding that out right now. Finally connecting on one of those second serve returns on the forehand. 4 match points have come and gone for Kanepi. This is a break point for Sabalenka again. What a fight back from the world number 2. And is that the opportunity that has slipped through her fingers? The beauty and brutality of the scoring system in our sport. You've got to win that last point. You can't run down the clock. And now it's honours even. 5 apiece.
I mean, midway through this set, it looked like Sabalenka was going to have no chance.
Yep.
Each stage, especially down the stretch here, and here Sabalenka is ahead.
I mean, if you Kanepi, how can you even play now when you've been up 5-4, 40-love on your serve? It's so difficult to put those match points to the back of your mind. It's nigh on impossible.
Yeah, it's good hitting from Sabalenka, though. Seeing the opportunity, maybe couldn't believe Kanepi blinked the way she did, but looking to take advantage of it.
Points on the bounce, and just like that, it's Sabalenka now who's on the cusp of winning this round of 16 match. A few minutes ago, she was down and out. I cannot imagine the turmoil she's in, serving to stay in the match.
And the struggle is Kanepi barely lost a point on serve in this set, but when it got close each time for her to grab the match, that's when it kept falling apart.
She stops the rod at
15 all.
6 points in a row.
Kanepi can hold here. That would be quite a turnaround, maybe in her mindset.
Kanepi. 6 games all, tiebreak.
Wow, that is great bounce back ability. Remember, it's a 10-point match tie break to decide the outcome here. First to 10 by a margin of 2.
Sabalenka. Kanepi.
Oh, what a recovery this would be for Kanepi. Already accomplishing so much by winning that last service game and somehow resetting. Oh, she's got a slight lead.
Kanepi.
What stage do you think that pain of having the 4-match point starts to kind of disappear from the thoughts of Kanepi?
I think once she held, it kind of eases that.
That's the first shot like that we've seen.
Kanepi.
Maybe it never completely goes away until she can win the match, and got a little help from Sabalenka in the previous serve. I can't believe Sabalenka missed that. Gotta make Kanepi actually answer the question here, not just give it to her. Double fault, that missed return.
Yeah, and that just helps. It helps her mental state, doesn't it? A few donations, you feel good.
Oh, it just helps ease that pain you were just talking about.
It de-stresses you. That's always good.
I mean, Kanepi's still got to be questioning whether she can close it out, right? That hasn't been answered yet.
Totally.
But it helps to get those kinds of misses, keep her nose out in front here.
And I think this is a big point. 4-3 versus 5-2.
I just wonder at the awareness this moment for Sabalenka. I mean, she should have been out of this match. She's still in it. Why miss that kind of shot again on a return? Just get into the rally. At least put it on Kanepi to have to do a little bit more. And that shot from Sabalenka, that wasn't her biggest. That was controlled.
Completely wrong footing her opponent. Can you believe it? What a pickup!
5-4. Kanepi.
I mean, anywhere else in the court, Kanepi's got an easy shot. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Was that it?
I mean, if you just look at Kanepi's body language, though, there's still that uncertainty.
Yep.
She's been kind of playing with these last few points, even though she was ahead. From Sabalenka. Intensity, just the right moments, good defense, not backing down, and when she could turn the tables, immediately stepping in, and again, giving herself a lot of margin.
Remember, that was not a match point. It's the 1st to 10. The deciding set at the Australian Open is a 10-point match tiebreaker. US Open, it's a regular. All 4 slams. And a different way of deciding the final set. This one balanced on the width of an atom. I mean, how well did Kanepi do there just to get the ball back in play?
She's still doing the work, Kanepi. This is very much in the balance still.
Created an angle out of nothing here. Marginally short. Crunches it for a winner.
8-7.
And the hitting at times has really been sublime, and Kanepi just staying with that shot.
I like the patience there, not so quick to change direction and go down the line with the forehand of a pacey ball. Kanepi thinks she's won. Kanepi thought she'd won there for a second.
9-7. Kanepi.
I mean, how was that? Remember, she's already had 4 match points. She's got 2 more here. Kaia Kanepi is a quarter-finalist at the Australian Open for the very first time in her career. And what a way to do it. She takes out the second best